Bath Music Plus was set up 18 months ago to run events in this city, so it's about our home here. And we were asked to develop a headline for rock and pop artists in the city. And at the Forum, we've been putting on artists as diverse as Katie Tunstall, Newton Faulkner, Patti Smith we've got coming, Richard Thompson, and a whole load of other bands. We're running a festival this year called the Sulis Soundtrack Festival, which is at Bath Racecourse. That's for 15,000 people. We've got bands like Jules Holland's headlining, the Skints, which is kind of ska, Specials meets Lily Allen, Vintage Trouble, BA1 Records have lots of bands playing there. And there'll be about 30 bands. It's a festival of music and sport, so all the sports clubs will be there. There'll be 3 stages: acoustic stage, sports stage, and then the main stage. What is a festival? Okay, this is a jumping over baby festival somewhere, which I think is a brilliant idea for a festival. That's a famous tomato crushing festival somewhere in Spain. It's called Pomodoro or something to do with tomatoes. How we define a festival, I think the word festival's been completely misused. So WOMAD, that's a real festival. That's a festival. Anyone heard of the WOMAD festival? It's World Music Festival. That's really, really important. Their niche, their theme is world music, and they've been doing that really better than anyone for about 20 years. Reading and Leeds, 2 of the major festivals, are run by Festival Republic, and the boss of Festival Republic is Melvin Benn. Melvin Benn has started lots of different festivals, including the Big Chill, which isn't running this year, Reading, Leeds, and he owns 51% of Glastonbury. So really, he owns Glastonbury Festival along with Michael Eavis. Technically, he's got the controlling stake, 51%. He has that because he's the only person that can get a license with the authority to run the event. Sulis Soundtrack Festival, Phil Castang, that's me. That's our festival here in the city. Hop Farm Festival is run by Vince Power. He's another festival power broker like Melvin Benn. Very important. He runs a whole load of other festivals and was part of the Mean Fiddler group, I think, back in the 90s. Okay, overview of festival management. I became a festival manager really by accident, and we're just going to talk about what being a festival manager entails. Festival manager is responsible for the planning and delivery of the event, and this can be any kind of event, whether you're putting on a concert here, a showcase here, or a festival for 20,000 people. Really, the jobs aren't that dissimilar. They're really quite the same. If you want an audience, if you want money to run it, if you want an audience to come, what do they want to see? You have to think about all those jobs, and we're going to have a look at those now. So how does the festival manager oversee this process? The EMP, Event Management Plan. Okay, that's quite a well-known term. So if anyone comes up to you and goes, "Have you got an EMP?" You'll know what to say. You just, "Yeah, we're working on it," or something like that. So an event management plan is really crucial. An event management plan is about the delivery of the event. What will be there, what time you're going to arrive, how you're going to set it up, who's going to look after what, health and safety, where the main stage is going to go, what's going to be on it, what the capacities are, how you're going to get there, transport, all of those things. There's a million jobs there. That's the event management plan. There's also a business plan about how you're going to raise the money, who you're doing the event for, what the outcomes are supposed to be, which might not necessarily be financial. So, for example, the royal wedding event we held in Victoria Park last year was a free event. So in our business plan, it showed lots of costs, but no income. The only income that it showed was from some sponsors and some council money. So there can be all kinds of reasons why we run an event, and it doesn't necessarily need to be financial an outcome. An outcome can also be that you develop an audience. You might decide to put on a show just so you can bring people in and show them what you do, like a showcase. A showcase might be free. So anyway, we've got two different plans. We've got a business plan and an event management plan. Let's look at the business plan. Okay, we need a mission and a vision. The mission is the fundamental purpose for the festival. So an example of the mission is the Festival of Dangerous Music exists to explore the relationship between danger and making music. I made that up, obviously. That's not a real festival, although I quite like the idea. And the vision might be, is your inspirational goal is maybe unachievable. It might be to change the world. So it can be something that you know can never actually finally be done, but it is about having a huge vision for the future that keeps you driving forward. So, and our vision for our Festival of Dangerous Music is to bring dangerous music making to the world. So there you've got it. You've got your mission to explore the relationship between danger and making music, and our vision to bring it to the world. Why do we do this? It keeps your eyes on the prize. It keeps you all motivated, and it's for everyone, all your stakeholders, everyone involved to know where you're going and what you're doing. And if you have that, if you have it in your heart, you will always achieve success. So it's the mission and the vision. And if you start a business plan with the mission and the vision, people will look at it and think that actually you've got some ideas and you're serious. So if you're going to someone to ask them for money, you need to show them that actually you've thought about this a lot, and actually it's something that you're willing to go to the end of the world and back to deliver. And that's because you've got a mission and a vision. Okay, programming. This is really the most interesting part if you love music or content or what's happening at the festival. So what is programming? Choosing the artists based on a particular criteria. Okay, what music do you like?
Dance music.
Dance music. Okay, so if you were going to have a festival, you might have at the core of it dance music. You might also have, I don't know, comedy, chill out tent with, I don't know what music in it. You might have, I don't know, cookery tent or something. So the concept, it could be genre, metal, ska, punk, electronica, songwriting, or it could be instrument based. It could be a piano festival or an accordion festival. They love that in France. Everyone loves accordion in France. Big accordion festival. Guitar or voice, festival of a choral festival or something. It's important that when we're choosing this, that we think about our audience. So when we're programming, we think about the concept and we think about the audience as well. Now, we might want to program for diversity. We want everyone to be there, right? We want to include everybody. It's a festival for everybody. Well, no, it's not a festival for everybody, because if it's a metal festival, you're not going to get everybody there. If you're programming for bums on seats, then you just want big artists. You just want the biggest artists that can fill the biggest space and charge the most amount of money, but you can't do that if you're doing experimental music. No one's going to come. So if you're doing experimental music, you need to find the people that like experimental music, and it probably needs to be somewhere very small. It might be emerging bands, it might be community bands, youth bands, could be participatory, celebrity. You might want celebrities to sell your seats. So a celebrity, you might have somebody that's rubbish but a celebrity just to sell tickets. like Gareth Gates or Will Young, somebody like that. A couple of years ago, I tried to book Fleet Foxes when they were still probably playing clubs to about 200-300 people. Fleet Foxes, probably could have got them for about 1,500 quid, maybe less, maybe £1,000. Now, of course, they do like 2 nights Hammersmith, HMV Apollo, 8,000 people, 10,000 people. You could probably get them for about £30,000 guarantee, something like that now. Really hot band. And there have been other bands like that that I've tried to book just when they're like about to break. And if you book them and the album goes big and you've got them signed for your gig just before, then that's real value for money. So that is the important point of looking for talent as it's about to happen. So if you're buying all the emerging bands and you think this band is really going to be massive, then you might want to put that band on or think about it quite seriously, because they'll be cheap and could bring you in a huge amount of audience. Support from sponsors. So if you go to somebody and say, I'd like you to sponsor my event, I'd like you to give me some money to run an event in the park, you know, we're going to have this fantastic festival, they might say, yeah, but could you get Britney Spears? And you'd be like, yeah, but I don't want Britney Spears at my punk festival. And they'd be like, well, mate, if you want the money, you've got to have Britney Spears at your punk festival. And you're going to have to make a decision about whether you want the money or you want the quality, you know? It's going to be a decision that you will have to make at some point when you're programming a festival or any event. So, on quality, you don't necessarily have to like the artist. The artist might fulfill a particular audience need. So, you know, you might, going back to this theme of Britney Spears, you just might need the money, or you might want 20,000 people to turn up. You know, it just might fulfill a need. You don't have to actually like the artist all the time. You know, I have put on events where I'm not big on the artist, and you just remain disconnected. It's just business. And you also put on events that really in your heart you know aren't going to do that well, but you fight for them because you want to see that band and you want to be there and you want to be like, yeah, I put that band on. Yeah, I put that band on. It was me, you know, but it might lose you money. So there are all kinds of different considerations when you're choosing an artist. Just think about them again, the concept of your festival, the audience, who you're going to have there and why they're going to come, the money, the quality, and how much you're committed to that quality against the financial concerns.